Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an episode of Tank Talks Movies. And today, I'll be talking about the 2016 Ghostbusters movie. Alright, guys. Yeah, see, it's right here. See it? Before I begin talking about the movie, why did this movie get so much hate? I have no fucking clue. Besides just a bunch of ignorant, sexist jackasses who think, women can't do shit. Whatever. Women can do things, guys. They can act. They can mow lawn. Shit, they can work on a fucking truck if they wanted to. Alright, I'm sorry to vent a little bit there, because I don't see why this movie got so much hate. Just because there was the female Ghostbusters. Who cares? Really, it's actually a pretty good movie, guys. I would recommend this to anyone who likes the Ghostbusters franchise. But I can see some faults from this movie that the originals were better. That the original people could, complain about that this movie. Alright. This movie starts off with a guy doing a tour of this mansion, this really old mansion, and he kind of plays a joke on the crew, or not the group, where he pretty much has a little button in his pocket that can make a lever come out of the bottom of a candle and it tips over. He does this trick. Then he's about to lock up the place and stuff like that. Then a ghost comes out from the base. Our shit just starts going awry. Like, he runs down into the basement and the floor is starting to look like it's starting to crack up, and he puts his hand on a railing, and it's just covered in like goop and stuff like that. And then we go to a scene where we meet Erin Gillard, the Ghostbuster member Erin. She's not part of the Ghostbusters right now, but Erin is she's a teacher, like a college teacher, and she's about to go to class, or do her class, and she's doing all these different things. She's like, I guess she's really nervous because she's never been in this room, and I guess it's a big like boarding room or something. Then this guy comes in and asks her, because long time ago, Erin and her friend Abby wrote a book about ghosts. So, the movie, this guy comes in and asks Erin if, she is the girl from the book. And Erin's just denying and denying. And then she finally just caves in and says, yes, that's me, but it was a prank that we did, or something like that. Then her boss comes in and starts talking to her in her office while she's looking up the book on Amazon. One moment, please. And her boss is just talking about her possibly getting tenure and stuff like that. And she's all excited, and then she goes. Her and Abby haven't spoke in years, so she goes to her Aaron goes to Abby's work, and she's working in this like beat down college, and she's pretty much not even she's working on ghost stuff. And this scene is pretty funny where I'm about to tell you about, because we get Dupender from Deadpool. He's a delivery man for a Chinese company or a Chinese food restaurant. So he comes in and is delivering Abby her lunch and stuff like that. Then the Dupender guy goes, the actor who played Dupender leaves the area, and Aaron and Abby start talking and stuff like that, and Abby's just trying to ignore her. And then we get introduced to, I would have to say, the Egon character of this movie, Holtzman. Julia Holtzman. She's just the nut. She's like a nutty guy character. She's like the complete opposite of like Egon. She's like, but she's the things that she's the person that puts the like proton packs together and stuff like that. And you know, they're talking. Aaron and Holtzman are talking, and then Abby tells them that this guy's seen a ghost at this mansion. And then they're like all heading towards the mansion, and Aaron just wants Abby to take the book down. So they finally go to the mansion, and they're about to go in, but the guy who we saw in the beginning of the movie started telling them, excuse me, we're closed. And then all of a sudden they go, we meet the guy that Aaron met in her classroom, asking her about the book and if she could help look for this ghost or something like that. So they get the chance to go in and like document or like check out to see if they can find a ghost. So Aaron thinks the other girls, Holtzman and Abby, are playing a joke on her when the basement door opens up, and then we get a full-blown apparition. We can see like her skeleton, and Aaron tries to start talking to her, and she gets vomited on, ghost vomit. And they go out, and Aaron's just covered in this goop, and they're filming this stuff, and then Aaron is like saying, Abby tells Aaron, forget that, we just saw a ghost, we saw a real ghost. And then Aaron's just freaking out, yeah, ghosts are real, ghosts are real, ghosts are real. And excuse me. Sorry, I got a dry mouth. There was a roof. Okay, Aaron meets her boss. Her boss is talking to Aaron. Aaron's boss is talking to her, and pretty much showing her the video that Hutzman and Abby, guest posted. And pretty much Aaron gets fired, and then they go to Aaron goes back to Abby and Hutzman's place of work, and like it's in a broken down looking school. So they're trying to, start to form the Ghostbusters. So they just need to ask the like dean or principal of that college to ask for them for a little bit more money, and then the principal is telling them, honestly, ladies, I didn't know your thing was even open. Your and he's just a complete asshole and really childish, and it's really, they pretty much kick him off the campus as they're leaving that college. They end up stealing the stuff that they need to help like look for ghosts and stuff like that. They need to find a different place to work, and they're all gonna just live apparently in this thing. They end up we see the fire station from like the original Ghostbusters movie. It's a little more updated, but it's alright. So they're all Holtzman and Abby are all excited and just running around like rampant and stuff like that. Then Aaron asks the realtor lady, who pretty much tells them it's an extremely large amount of money to be staying for the rent, and Aaron just says go to hell to her, and then we need to find something a little more cheaper. And I'm sorry. Now they have a place above the Chinese restaurant that the same Chinese restaurant that Dupender pretty much works at. Alright, guys. So many different things go on. We get introduced to our fourth Ghostbuster, Patty. If you didn't know, she's the black one, and she has some of the more funnier roles. I'm sorry, little OCD there. She has some really funny roles in this movie. She's working at the subway station and doing a whole bunch of stuff, and she ends up seeing a ghost. So she goes to the Ghostbusters, well, the other three, and they interview their Janine character for this movie, Kevin, who is played by the actor who plays Thor, and he is dumb in this movie. His character is stupid. My God. Guys, he is really, really dumb. But it's really, really, really hilarious. It's dumb stupidity. It's funny, funny stupidity. And there's been plenty of stuff that they're just like, now they're interviewing, Kevin. That's the Thor's guy's name. So they end up hiring him. Patty is sitting on a chair in the, I guess it would be their waiting room. They start to so not Abby, sorry, Patty takes them to the Abby takes them to the subway station where they're trying to see the ghost and stuff like that. And they do see it, and the ghost is hit by a train. Yep, the ghost is hit by a train. Yep, that happened. Guy. So, there's another scene in the movie where Abby asks for a cup of coffee from Kevin, and Kevin ends up making the coffee, and then Abby asks if there's any sugar in there. Kevin just takes a sip and goes, blah, blah. I hate coffee. Now, they do finally catch a ghost, or not catch a ghost. We have a debunker that is pretty much trying to tell them, why are you pretending to catch ghosts? And this character is played by Bill Murray. Yeah, they do finally catch a ghost. Looks like a big dragon thing. And alright guys, I'm not going to tell you this whole the whole damn movie. So you got to sit down and watch this movie. It's pretty good. And before I say anything, the villain in this movie, he really doesn't have a name. He's just some guy who's just a complete asshole. And he ends up becoming a ghost and pretty much doing all this bad stuff and stuff like that. And he turns into it's not the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but it's like the emblem of the Ghostbusters, you know, deal. And then there's, oh man, there's the end credit scene. Well, not the end credit, where it's the credit scene where they're going down. The names are showing, and there is there's a scene where Kevin gets possessed by this ghost that's the bad guy in the movie. Slimer's in the movie. He's probably the best thing about this movie. I'm not saying this movie is bad at all, but it's got its up and downs. Now, back to the end credits. The credit. They have like a whole bunch of military, police officers, and like CIA people dancing because they're being controlled by this dickhead. And I guess they're going to be making a Ghostbusters 2 with the girls. That will include Zool. So, and again, I highly recommend you picking up this thing, maybe renting it, finding it on Netflix or something. Just give it a watch, you guys. It's actually alright. And till next time, my friends, I'm Tank, and this has been Tank Talks Movies. Signing off, later. Peace out. And before I go, I ain't afraid of no ghost.